what is up, everyone? We are on our way to the Indian motorcycle dealership here in Ocala. I was perusing Facebook, as one does usually, looking at Marketplace for any good deals, and I saw that the Indian dealership was doing a demo event today, yesterday and today. So we're gonna go over, check some motorcycles out. So we're on our way to the Indian dealership. If you're familiar with it, it's here next to Ride Now. They're owned kind of by the same company. Probably should turn my turn signal off. But yeah, so there's a few bikes I want to check out. I want to check out the Challenger, the Pursuit, the Chieftain, and then I'm hoping that they have the I think it's the Sport Chief is what it is. The Sport Chief, yeah, I think that's what it's called. But yeah, so we're gonna cut back in once we get up here, and we'll be on some bikes.
I started the demo event off with the Indian Challenger, and right away I've got to say, it's a super comfortable motorcycle. It just eats up all the bumps and imperfections in the road, giving you a really smooth and relaxed ride. The bike comes loaded with features. One of the first things you notice after throwing a leg over is the massive 7-inch display. It's powered by Indian's Ride Command system, which gives you GPS, customizable gauge screens, Bluetooth connectivity, and even live weather and traffic overlays. You can control it through the handlebars or just tap the screen. It also has rider alerts and blind spot monitoring. The little lights on the mirrors let you know when somebody's hanging out next to you, as well as behind you on the display screen. Super handy. The Challenger's motor is a 112 cubic inch V-twin, making 112 horsepower and 126 foot-pounds of torque. Paired with a 6-speed manual, power delivery is buttery smooth, twist the throttle and it just goes effortlessly. At highway speeds, it's calm and composed, no annoying vibrations, and cruise control definitely saves your arms on those long stretches. The windshield's adjustable too. Just hit a button on the bars, and you can dial in more or less wind protection on the fly. Overall, I really enjoyed the Challenger. Actually, I enjoyed all the bikes at this event, because let's be honest, if I'm riding anything on two wheels, I'm in my happy place. My final thoughts. The Challenger is a comfortable, great-looking bagger that delivers the classic-style big bike feel. Am I going to buy one? Probably not, but out of the 4 bikes I rode, this one lands in 3rd place for me. The second bike I got to ride was the Indian Pursuit, and much like the Challenger, it's one of those bikes you can hop on and go. Super comfortable right from the start. It's got the same 7-inch touchscreen display with handlebar controls powered by Indian's Ride Command, along with blind spot monitoring, features I think that are awesome making their way onto motorcycles, especially for safety. One thing I didn't really touch on with the Challenger is the built-in audio system. The Pursuit's got 100-watt speakers in the fairing, the saddlebags, and even in the trunk. They're loud. You can actually hear them bleeding through my helmet mic, which usually cuts out most wind noise and road noise. So that says a lot about how powerful those speakers are.
Let our flag roll still. Oh, freedom
And don't worry, it wasn't lost on me that the radio was playing the national anthem while riding a classic American branded motorcycle. I find it kind of fitting, actually. One of my favorite features on this bike has to be the adaptive suspension. You can go into the display settings, punch in the rider and luggage weight, and it automatically adjusts to give you what I like to call a cloud-like ride. Bumps, cracks, uneven pavement, you barely feel them. It's like sitting in a lazy boy going 80 miles an hour down the highway. Just like the Challenger, it's got cruise control and an adjustable windshield, both super convenient for long rides. But the Pursuit adds one more comfort feature that really takes it up a notch. Heated and cooled seats for both the passenger and the rider. And I gotta say, for touring, that's one of the coolest features you could have, right up there with the adaptive suspension. It also comes with lean-sensitive ABS, which helps adjust the brakes mid-turn for a safer and smoother ride. The engine's the same 112 cubic inch V-twin, pushing out 126 horsepower and 133 foot-pounds of torque. It really starts to wake up around 3,000 RPM, just like the Challenger, and feels like it's got endless power on tap. My final thoughts on the Pursuit: if you're planning on doing long distance rides or touring, I would wholeheartedly recommend it. Honestly, I would love to have one myself, if I could ever afford it. The models they had on the showroom floor were sitting around $30,000 to $34,000, depending on options. And for me, that's just a tough pill to swallow for what ultimately is a luxury item. But hey, a guy can dream, right? Out of the 4 bikes I rode that day, I would rank the Pursuit solidly in second place, mostly because of the price tag. The third motorcycle I'm reviewing is the Indian Chieftain. Technically, it's the 4th and last bike I rode that day, but I'm saving my favorite one for last. As soon as I threw a leg over the Chieftain, I immediately felt like I'd joined a classic motorcycle gang, but more like a gang of middle-aged dads who think they're tough, in a kind of cornball way. One thing I really liked was the dash setup. It's got a small compartment that can store your phone or other small gadgets, and it even has a USB plug inside. Little touches like that make a big difference. The Chieftain's a classic style bagger from a different era, powered by an air-cooled 116 cubic inch V-twin that puts out 92 horsepower and 126 foot-pounds of torque. The exhaust on this bike sounds good. It's got that nice grumble when you twist the throttle, unlike some of the others that I rode that day. And like the rest of the lineup, it comes with a pretty solid audio system. No questions that everyone on the block's going to hear you blasting Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins. You've also got an adjustable windshield, cruise control, and plenty of saddlebag storage, which are always nice to have. But overall, the Chieftain didn't stand out to me the way the other models did. It's not as feature-packed, and the price tag still sits around $29,000. Personally, I just didn't think it was worth that, especially when the Pursuit offers a lot more with only a few $1,000s more. It's comfortable, sure, but it's not something I'd want to take cross-country. In conclusion, the Chieftain's a good bike, solid, dependable, and classic, but with other options available for a bit more money, I'd pony up for something I'd actually dream about riding long-term. So in my personal ranking of the 4 bikes I rode, the Chieftain is going to be coming in last. And finally, the last motorcycle, the Indian Sport Chief. Honestly, this one wasn't even on my radar before the demo event. I'm not really the target audience for cruisers or baggers, and from what I'd read online, the Sport Chief seemed to get middle-of-the-road reviews. A lot of people saying the power-to-weight ratio felt a little off. But once I threw a leg over it, this bike surprised me. It ended up being one of my favorite rides of the day. As soon as I fired it up, it felt just right. There's a little bit of vibration from the engine, but not too much, just enough to remind you you're on something alive. It's the perfect balance between I can feel it and it's not shaking my fillings loose. It's powered by the 116 cubic inch air-cooled V-twin, putting in about 120 foot-pounds of torque. Indian doesn't officially list horsepower for it, but most sources put it somewhere between 74 to 95 horsepower. Either way, it's plenty enough to have fun with. The bike uses a 4-inch round touchscreen powered by Indian's Ride Command. It's not loaded with all the bells and whistles like the bigger bikes, but honestly, it doesn't need to be. It gives you what you need and keeps your focus on the ride itself. And that's really what the Sport Chief is about. It's a rider's bike. It's not built for long distance touring. It's built for cutting loose on the back roads, feeling the wind, and just enjoying the moment. It's got that raw, spirited attitude that makes you want to keep riding for no reason other than it just feels good. Yeah, people complain about the power to weight ratio, and I get that, but it still feels rowdy and fun. Twist the throttle and it just wants to play. The Sport Chief comes with small saddlebags, about 10 gallons of storage, and 6-inch moto-style risers that give it a really clean, aggressive look. It's also the cheapest bike I rode that day, coming in at around $20,000, still a chunk of change, but more approachable than the rest. If I had to nitpick, the seat could definitely be better. 15 minutes was fine, but I could see it getting uncomfortable on a longer ride. Would I trade my Triumph in for one of these? Probably not. But I really did enjoy all 4 of these bikes, and honestly, Indian makes it easy to try them all out with their chill demo policy. These 4 caught my eye, and if I were to ever buy an Indian, it'd be between the Pursuit and the Sport Chief. It's hard to say which one I would buy, but either of them are a solid bike, and I recommend them to anyone.
All right, and I think that's going to do it for us riding those Indians. Yeah, I thought they were all pretty good. I really liked them. I liked some more than others. I really liked that Sport Chief a lot. Pursuit was a great bike with the adjustable suspension for rider weight. it felt like I was riding on a freaking cloud. Like jumping back on this this scrambler. It's like night and day different. This thing feels so freaking stiff compared to that. But there's also like, I think it was like $20,000 difference in price. So, I mean, you take that whether you will. And with all that being said, if you like the video, please comment and subscribe. It really mean a lot to me if you did. And we're trying to do more content like this. I know we have Bike Week coming up next week, so we're gonna, or Biketoberfest. So we're gonna try to make our way out there if we can. If not, so be it. It's just this time of year is always kind of busy for us, and we got a trip coming up and some other stuff. And then also the repairs to the Toyga. Got some stuff we got to fix on her. But yeah, if you liked it, please comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite Indian motorcycle is if you have one. And any other motorcycles that might be cool. If you like motorcycles, this is the channel for you. We love motorcycles here. We don't buy into the one brand over another. I do love me Triumph. They're great bikes. I personally didn't see anything that's going to make me want to trade my Triumph in today, so but I did like those bikes. Anyways, this outro's rambling on. We'll see you on the next ride. Stay safe, and yeah, bye.